Une nouvelle vidéo des 60 premières minutes d'un jeu qui aujourd'hui sera Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown sur PlayStation 4. Donc oui, on va se prendre pour Maverick dans Top Gun et oui, on va se faire envoyer au 7e ciel. Alors, c'est un jeu qui a commencé sa vie sur... c'est une licence qui a commencé sa vie sur PlayStation 1 en s'appelant Air Combat, sur laquelle j'ai beaucoup joué, puis S Combat. Et j'avoue qu'après, j'ai complètement lâché la série. Le dernier jeu d'avion que j'ai pu faire, c'était Tom Clancy Hawks sur PlayStation 3. Donc ça remonte. Et je suis du coup très content de retrouver un type de jeu comme celui-là. Parce que ça fait un petit moment que je n'en ai pas touché. Alors, je mets le chrono. Hop. Et à nous l'ivresse de la vitesse. Campagne, on est parti. Nouvelle partie. Exact. Choix de la difficulté. Ah bah difficile parce que quand même... Ah non, le niveau de difficulté ne pourra pas être changé durant la campagne. Alors, et ben je vais jouer les petits bras et prendre normal parce que j'ai horreur de ça. Parce qu'on n'est pas à l'abri de tomber sur un bloc parce qu'on n'arrive pas à passer le niveau et que ça génère beaucoup de frustration. Donc je vais jouer les petits bras et lancer en normal. Tant pis pour ce jeu-là. D'habitude, je l'ai fait en difficile, mais là, voilà.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you?
Et une petite intro.
It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the ocean air defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby,
Il est beau cet avion.
I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what?
Donc des drones.
Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes
Pour
from the
l'instant, on voit
last
des
war.
petits
Some of
des
them have
avions
been
papilles. Hein.
mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say
fabriquer
we,
son
I
propre avion,
mean
c'est
me,
bien
my
ça.
grandpa, and his old war buddies.
C'est marrant ce mélange entre
I cut my
3D
teeth
et
working with
vraie
those
image.
geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane,
Oula.
more of a trash can
Chaud,
with
ce drone.
wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right.
Plus de 7 ans pour
I'd gone from
fabriquer
being a
l'avion.
little girl
Eh ben dis
to,
donc.
well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
Reluisant en tout cas.
Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
donne la main pour jouer. Ah, son.
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. Should have been my best to see this piece of junk. Should have opened a turn too.
D'accord, ça se finit comme ça.
Is everyone
Ok.
here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base.
Ça sent le
This is
rouge.
not a drill.
Bon bah allez, décollons. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Nom de l'opération, on a éliminé les bombardiers ennemis, bon on est d'accord. Ok, suivant. Suivant. Ah, il y aura un arbre de recherche. Et ben allez lancer la mission. Bah non, je vais prendre un F16, c'est quand même. Et on peut choisir une arme, de toute façon pour l'instant j'en ai qu'une. Et puis ben déploiement.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Ok.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. Sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight. It's a hell of
Je peux aller à R2 pour
Good luck.
accélérer et on marche. Ok.
Do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and enemy men are
Bon.
airborne.
Ah, ça décolle tout seul.
Up with
Ok.
Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Allez, on va se mettre en vue cockpit pour encore plus y être orienté vers le bas et le haut pour les laisser.
Get him any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go
Les cibles
time.
là-bas. Petit radar.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
Ah oui, bah de toute façon, depuis tout à l'heure, je suis à fond sur l'accélérateur.
They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
We'll go. Trigger, I'm your wing
décélérer le jeu. Pas décélérer, pour l'instant je l'ai toujours pas là, les bonhommes. Oui, voilà.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Donc je m'appelle Mage 2. Ou Trigger. D'accord, il y a 3 niveaux. Ok, bon, on va aller à gauche alors. Ouhou. Oula, c'est sensible. Allez, on accélère. Easy. Pourquoi pas. Ah mais il y a un temps limite là, aux 23 minutes. Oh bah je pense quand même qu'on va y arriver avant les 23 minutes. Oh là, ils sont hauts là-haut. Faut que je monte. Ils sont là, mais il y a quand même des mecs là. Alors, on va les chatouiller un petit peu. Ouh. Hop là, ready. Alors, c'est où t'es vous? C'est là. Faut que je fasse attention quand même parce qu'en passant dans les débris, je pourrais quand même faire éclater. Ah, il y en a d'autres là-bas. Ouais, ils sont combien? Il y a beaucoup de discussions radio, c'est un peu... Je comprends pas tout et c'est un peu chiant à lire. Oula, oui, dis donc, je fais beaucoup plus de... Youhou. Oh, 4 missiles d'un coup. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, en effet. J'en ai que 12 par contre.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's bomber and an escort.
Oh, their trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
C'est marrant parce qu'on est quand même à 1800 km/h et on a l'impression que c'est traîner. Alors, il faut où? Voilà. Impeccable. Ouh. Ouais.
HQ, attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
Oui, mais... Ouais, il y en a d'autres. À 5 milliers, un peu loin, évidemment. Boum. Ah donc un seul suffit. Ok. Ah mais il y en a plein. Bon, allons nous occuper de cela d'abord. Et on verra après. Et bien. Hop là. Là, il est où l'autre? Oh, j'ai raté. Eh bim. Oh, la mitraillette. Oula. Ah, j'accélère, c'est un peu loin là. Bon, pour l'instant, ok. Alors, on va faire différemment là. Salut les gars. C'est parti. Boom. Et ben voilà. C'est fait.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Mission.
Going, Mage 2. Flight commander looks like he's got what it takes.
Il est plutôt chouette l'avion quand même. C'est bien rendu. Hein.
Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Les drones?
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Ah oui, mais je vais faire demi-tour parce que j'arrive au bord de la... Ah, rediffusion. Ah, on a un petit replay comme dans Gran Turismo. Bon, on va passer parce qu'en fait, on s'en moque du replay. Bon, je pense que ça faisait office de tutoriel. C'était plutôt léger. Il n'y a pas de grande bataille.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Bon, ça y est, c'est la guerre quoi. Erugia contre... je me souviens plus de l'autre nom. Vous avez débloqué l'arbre de recherche en mode campagne. C'est bien. Vous avez installé des améliorations en mode campagne. Cool. Mission suivante.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erugia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Ocean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusea, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military. And not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Usea, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Oui, forcément, tu vas pas aller loin avec tes jambes de métal maintenant, si j'ai bien vu. Bon, mission 2. Alors, retournons dans les airs.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Usia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat.
Bon, faut faire le ménage, quoi.
However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Ouais, voilà, faut faire le ménage, on est d'accord. Bon, bah allez. Feu. Préparer mission. Hop. L'arbre de recherche permet d'obtenir des avions. Ah ouais, ok. Alors, allons voir l'arbre de recherche, une fois que ça nous donne quelque chose. Ce sont des points que vous recevez à vos performances en mission dans la campagne. Et la partie multijoueur. Ok. Dépensez vos PAM dans l'arbre de recherche. Ok, donc on va débloquer des avions. On va débloquer des armes. Ok. Bon. Donc là, je suis où? Hop, on a... Et donc du coup là, ah oui, ça me coûte du blé, oui, d'accord. J'ai combien là? 57 000. 105, c'est réglé, 70, 105, 65, ouais, donc je peux rien me payer quoi, à part des armes. C'est quoi ça? C'est une bombe, et ça c'est quoi? Ça j'ai déjà. Bon, on va pas aller plus loin pour l'instant. Allez, lancer la mission. F16, oui, et du coup, ouais, ok. Allez, feu, déploiement.
Mage Squadron, sorting ASAP. main target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air
Bon,
weaponry.
bah allez, feu.
Destroy the target.
Ça change de la Terre, dis
HQ
donc.
has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to
Sympa en
be done
bas.
to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
On va ralentir un peu parce qu'on arrive. Hop là.
H2, missile away.
Bim.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun. The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can. Target has been destroyed. Way to go.
Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Faut le temps de voir.
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there. Protect the radar vehicle.
C'est vrai que j'y vais au missile, je pourrais peut-être essayer.
Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. Request permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet. We can't put up a decent fight.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll come. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellite. It's
C'est marrant, il prend pas le
reliable, so
premier,
trust
il
your
prend pas le plus
radars.
près.
Target destruction confirmed. 2 targets remaining.
Wow, oui, il y a des missiles. Pas gentil ça. De me tirer dessus. Tiens, voilà. Voilà. Oh, c'est peut-être un petit peu trop.
All aircraft, residential areas.
Fox 3. Fox 3.
Attention, faut que j'ai tiré là. Allez, déjà.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
On target 6.
Oh, faut bien l'avoir lui quand même. Une blague ou quoi? Voilà. Je t'aurai la mitraillette.
Number 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. It's chow time.
Bon, y a pas des shields normalement, je suis pas censé flinguer les shields là-bas. Voilà, voilà.
Fox 2.
J'ai quand même un objectif à la base.
Trigger, there's one more to go. Column 3, Fox 2.
Oh, dis donc, j'ai raté.
AA gun down. That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Maintenant, on va
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can. 5 targets remaining.
Enemy transport to taxi.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
4 targets remaining.
They're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Renew the setup. Here's some
Oh, bah, il y a du monde là-bas.
Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
H2 locked. 3 targets remaining.
Hostile
va peut-être empêcher que les avions se décollent, manifestement. Et... Oula. Voilà. C'est ça. Ah, les drones. Bon.
What happened? Status report. Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they
Oula.
look and move, they gotta be drones.
Nicole.
Well spotted, Cloud.
Oula,
No doubt
oula.
about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs.
Je suis en plein combat, l'autre il me sort un tuto là. Ouais, d'accord.
Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. Like saying the war can change in an instant, you know?
Boom.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Come strap here.
Ouais.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're
Peut-être
doing
parce que je
good.
suis en normal, en difficulté normale, mais c'est pas non plus.
Golem 2, box 2.
Ah, mais il bouge par contre. Oui. Bim. Deux missiles. Et deux suppos, deux. Alors.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. Page 2, missile launch.
Et ben voilà.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
C'est sympa quand on passe dans les nuages, il y a
Skies are
toute,
clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTP.
il y a de la buée.
No casualties.
Des gouttes d'eau.
We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Bon, ouais,
You
je
shoot,
sors des
someone
nuages parce
gets
que je vais
killed.
quand même voir un peu ce qui se passe.
The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Et donc c'est fini. Ok. Bon. Ça fera pratiquement 40 minutes, ça fait 2 missions, et c'est pas folichon quand même, je trouve là.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Suivant. Ah, 131 000 j'ai vu. Je vais pouvoir acheter un avion.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The The enemy maintains air superiority over Java, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft.
Ah.
There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Oh. Alors apparemment ça serait peut-être un petit peu plus chaud cette fois. Alors arme de recherche, parce que je pouvais acheter un avion. Et évidemment, si on veut se prendre pour Tom Cruise, ouais, je vais prendre le F-14. Oui. Ah, il est beau l'avion. Voilà, comme ça on pourra m'appeler Maverick. Ok. Oh, carrément ça. Ah bah ouais, 8 cibles d'un coup là, ça fait sympa ça. Allez, je prends. Et ça fait quoi? Nouveau V1. Ah, ça augmente la petite barre de maniabilité. Ouais, ça augmente pas grand chose quand même. Bon, je vais garder mon argent pour l'instant. Alors, lancer la mission. C'est parti. Et l'avion, eh ben, un F-14 cette fois. Bah oui, bien sûr. L1 et R1 changer de catégorie. Ah, d'accord. Un aperçu, c'est quoi? Ah, c'est ça. Bon, d'accord. Et bah, hop, je me suis trompé de bouton là. F14. Voilà. Non, les trucs à 8000, à 8 verrouillages, je sais pas combien, ça va être bien ça. Déploiement choix des pièces. J'avais pas ça tout à l'heure, choix des pièces, c'est quoi ça? Ah d'accord, on a des améliorations et d'accord. Ok, et ben c'est pareil. Allez, dépend. Allons faire menus dans les airs. Yeah. Ah, on va repartir d'un porte-avions. Ah, je peux y aller là? Dans 1 heure. Bon. Par contre là le cockpit il est on voit pas grand chose hein. D'accord. Ok. Je vais comme ça parce que je vois pas grand chose dans le cockpit.
Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck. Mage 1,
parti. Attention, les courants aériens altéreront les performances de votre avion. Bon, d'accord. Wow, ça va aller un peu vite. d'accord. Il commence à y avoir des missiles qui nous chassent. C'est cool. On va pouvoir s'amuser un petit peu.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Qu'est-ce que tu dis? L3, R3 pour les faire. Wow. Oh, il faut passer loin.
I'm on this one's tail. It didn't connect.
They got me!
3 remaining.
Ils sont où maintenant? Voilà. Je pense que ça fait en cockpit, puisque là on a quand même 2 gros trucs sur le cockpit.
This right here is what we call a learning experience.
Oh, pas grand. Là, il est à gauche. C'est pas lui.
Sounds are screwing up the accuracy. Page 2 locked.
Nice kill.
Ils sont 4 à le poursuivre, ils n'arrivent pas à le flinguer, quoi. J'ai l'air d'avoir des flèches dans mon escadron.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight. Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Voilà, derrière, on reprend. Bim,
Missile
bim.
launched.
Plus 4. Et voilà. Il me semblait que ce serait plus compliqué. Il va y avoir un autre truc là, non?
I haven't even broken a sweat. Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution. A large aircraft is
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow. Ah oui, il y a quand même beaucoup de missiles qui arrivent là. Ouh, ça lâche des bombes. Ah, oh la vache!
We just learned that Erusia is utilizing the arsenal.
Un sacré paquet de pigeons là.
Bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break! Now!
Just wait for mission.
Voilà, je vais pas venir.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Au moment d'essayer de plus jouer.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Aïe. Oula, 82% de... Oh là là, oh là là. Oh, je sens que ça va pas le faire. Il y a un petit problème, hein, j'ai pas compris pourquoi j'arrive pas à tirer mes missiles.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Going to missile! Evade!
Evading!
This is Golem 3. Golem 2's hit. Status report. Ship Golem 2. Do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Golem 3
82%.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Ça va être un petit peu compliqué. J'avoue que...
HQ, what's happening?
Starkeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How's that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there. Break it. Reverse.
Wow, 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 qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Mage 2's down.
D'accord. Oui, réessayer depuis le point de contrôle. C'était bizarre ça.
Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Just waiting for mission command.
Break, now!
You'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones. These guys won't down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Donc là, il y a une petite carrière qui
Skeleton 1
m'en reste.
lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Il y a quand même des missiles qui arrivent partout là.
Find the situation.
Heureusement que j'ai peut-être pris en normal et pas en difficile finalement.
Ship Gold 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Starkeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How's that happen?
C'est marrant, tu vas te maintenir supériorité aérienne.
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there. Break it.
Oh, faut que je descende, faut que je descende, faut que je descende.
Skeleton 2 lost. Skeleton Squadron is down. There are too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Ah oui d'accord, ça on envoie 4. Ok, par contre on est tous ratés, ça c'est réglé.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Column and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Ah dis donc, celui-là c'est un bon hein.
Column 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back in Iceland.
You won't make any
quand même.
difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
I'm breathing down my neck. Yowza!
Mage 2, walking.
On his tail. Not on my watch. Attaboy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Column Squadron, Mage Squadron.
Oh, j'en ai même pas eu un seul.
That's it, Trigger. Their machines don't show any mercy.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might
Bim. Bon, j'ai au moins un torche spécial qui est passé, c'est cool.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Column 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Page 2, locked. Target is
Bim,
down.
bim. Yeah.
Page 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Et là-bas. Pareil en renfort. Hein, ouais.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
Not good. Rowdy, break off. That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Page 2, UAV down. Fire.
Get those UAVs off of France. Hell of a good job, Page 2.
Je fais ce que je peux là, je suis en train de tous les flinguer alors qu'on est je sais pas combien dans le ciel.
Column 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. We can eat him.
Column 2, get a hold of yourself. Column 2, get away from the enemy.
H2, support.
Ouais, je suis là, c'est clair.
Column 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Bon. Ça c'est fait. Ah bah dis donc, ça y est, c'était une bonne petite bataille ça. Bon, j'ai perdu un avion, je me suis fait un petit peu dézinguer, 59%, mais quand même.
Not a girl who'd retreat, just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Column Squadron, main squadron, withdraw.
Et bah ça va faire quasiment 60 minutes et on arrive quasiment pile à la fin d'une mission. Pour... Ah. Non, on va remettre une couche. Ah non, il rentre au bercail. D'accord. Pourtant, je l'ai bien amoché lui. Hein. Ah, atterrissage. Oh bah, il est droit devant. Oh. C'est pas Jojo ça. C'est pas Jojo. Oh la vache. Ouais, c'était pas exceptionnel comme atterrissage quand même ça. Mon Dieu. Bon, alors l'atterrissage et le décollage, je crois que ça part les parties les plus fun du jeu. Même pas sûr qu'on gagne des points quand on fait ça. J'étais pas très aidé, je trouvais, pour atterrir là. Bon, bref. Et ben voilà, ça fait 1 heure. Un peu long à démarrer.
The two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
On dirait une épreuve de GRS là, ce ruban. Donc j'ai fini 133 000 de plus. Mais oui, donc du coup ça fait 1 heure. Comme je disais, c'est un peu loin à démarrer. Là, ça commençait un petit peu plus à chauffer. Bon, ça fait office justement, ça fait office d'échauffement, de tutoriel, des premières missions. Voilà. Pour l'instant, je reste un petit peu sur ma faim. J'attendais ça avec un petit peu plus d'impact et d'engagement dans l'histoire, parce que là, je sais même plus qui est qui. Si ce n'est que c'est la guerre et que c'est une bonne raison pour se foutre sur la gueule. Mais voilà. Bon, à suivre. Je vais quand même continuer, hein, parce qu'il faut bien savoir un peu où on va. Mais si ça reste comme ça, je suis pas sûr d'aller jusqu'au bout du jeu quand même. Enfin voilà. En tout cas, j'espère que ça vous aura plu, donner envie d'un petit peu découvrir ce jeu et aller un peu plus loin. Et je vous dis à bientôt pour une prochaine vidéo. Ciao!